Do you think this podcast improved or worsened our relationship?
I think it improved it.
Oh, wow. I think it made it worse.
What? Are you serious?
Yvonne, I don't know if you're appreciating how honest Toast is being right now.
Nah, this is a 2v1. This is where...
This is not 2v1. This is not 2v1. This is a normal human reacting to the way you're treating me.
I'm treating you! Yes. Okay, there's a story to it. There's a giant story to it. We should start the pod so I could tell the story.
Oh, we've been started.
Really?
It has been recording.
Oh, okay.
See, Nate's smart. He's capturing all the gaslighting you do before the start of the podcast, where you put on your little mask.
I don't have a little mask, okay?
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of We Were Fighting Before This. Today we have a special moderator. Chelsea is out on vacation, and to fill for her spot, we have Nate.
Hello,
I guess.
You want to introduce yourself?
Do you get offended if people introduce you as Leslie's brother?
No. It's actually it's kind of nice. Yes, my name's Nate. I am Leslie's brother. Well, in the streaming world, it's just like an easy thing. I kind of like it. Yeah, I'm filling in for Chelsea. Chelsea's out for a little bit.
Yeah, and she's doing wedding stuff.
You know, I was debating. So she gave me like a doc, a Google Doc of stuff and prepped.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, should I read this doc? Or will that make me biased?
What?
You know?
What do you mean?
You know what, Nate? You are a thinking man.
What?
I like your independence.
I don't like this already. This is
Why don't you like? oh no! Suddenly, a second male presence is on the podcast, and you get scared. I had to deal with this for a year straight, being ganged up by you and Chelsea. On literally, you guys ganged up on me so much, you guys almost got canceled one episode.
Up. See, he's gonna hold this forever.
Okay, and then the second another guy's on the podcast is like, oh no. I might get called out for my misandrist views.
Shut up!
Oh.
Sorry, Nate. Go ahead before your boss so rudely interrupted you.
No, I totally get it. So I didn't read any of it. I decided because you want a clean slate, you know. I have the doc on the side, so at any point we could read it and we could react to these questions. In fact, maybe there is insight in the questions themselves that could be interesting. So, you know,
this is already crazy.
No, it's neutral. You know, you can be a moderator. You're just neutrally trying to, get to know people. That's all it is.
Before we jump to that, Nate, you're not from the streaming world, but you worked a little in the creator space, right? So the viewers kind of have an idea of what you've done.
Man, I started like early YouTube stuff, like behind the camera. So I've been behind the camera, kind of in the whole Wong Fu, Ryan, Kev Jumba, Michelle Fan era. That's kind of when I was making a lot of videos, and so then that but I kind of just like transitioned from that to like more traditional filmmaking, commercials. So now movies and stuff, and now I'm just kind of but I've always been in the creative space. So, but I've never been in front of the camera. So this is my first year in front of the camera.
And how do you like that?
Streaming feels significantly different than social media. And I can't really explain it, but I feel like in social media, I felt like you're always editing yourself constantly. And in streaming, it feels like you're reacting. And those are like really different things because your reaction is a reflection of who you are. And editing yourself is a projection of who you are. And I think like, I just thought of that. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Write that one down. Have you seen the podcast before?
I've seen a lot of the clips. I haven't watched one all the way through, but I've seen some things. Yeah, I have.
Would you say you agree with Yvonne more or me more on life subjects?
Ooh, okay.
Let me put it like this. Who's correct and who's wrong?
What are you trying to do here?
Yvonne. Okay, no, Yvonne, I think.
Why are you talking to me?
Listen up, Yvonne.
What are you gonna
Listen up. Okay, this is what the world thinks of you. Pay attention.
I think like you see life through a Labubu.
What?
I think like you're like the whole frame of your life is surrounded with these Labubus.
What? Is that what you think of me when you see?
Metaphorically and physically, she has a lot of Labubus.
And it's a distortion field. They have these little distortion fields, you know, small ones.
What? You stop rubbing your fly hands together.
Little distortion. They're not bad distortions. Sometimes I think they can be good. They can be positive. But, they distort the world just a tiny bit.
In, what way is my world distorted?
You know how, gravity bends around things, bends light? Just distort it. No, adds color.
He always tries to hyperanalyze me. I don't understand it.
No, it adds color. It adds happiness and these giant eyes. It's a good thing. Don't lose that. I think it's great.
You didn't make it sound so great.
That's a projection on your part and something that only you can fix, Yvonne. No one else can fix. But maybe maybe take this feedback to heart and look inwards.
Go to therapy. I'm gonna fucking.
You know what? That was a good. Nate, I feel like you are a man who has a solid grasp of life. Just from that exchange alone. So I'm excited to do this podcast with you.
Oh, I bet he is.
All right. We can go through. Yeah, let's go through one of Chelsea's questions.
Let's see it. Yeah. Okay. She's got a. Have you ever seen Chelsea's notes? Have you ever seen what she looks at?
No.
Well, we just hear the question, and it's usually a really leading question that reveals more about her than us.
Yeah, usually she does project a little bit.
It's a lot of projection.
What kind of questions is? Yeah, what are her questions? I want to hear about Chelsea a little bit.
Chelsea has really good follow-up questions.
Okay.
But she also has really good initial questions. And not it's just we'll talk about something and you could tell the question she's asking is from her personal experience, and that's hilarious.
Yeah, last week it was describing a guy as nice.
Yeah.
And then we're like, did this happen to you? And then she broke down. It's like, yes, I told my boyfriend he was nice, and then he crashed out on me. And we had to explain to her why guys don't love that as a first line compliment.
Yeah. You think you would like that? If you asked a girl or whoever you're dating, what do you like about me? And the first thing they said was, you're really nice.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. That I don't even. It's I don't know. It was just nothing. There's nothing there.
What's your favorite compliment? What would be the thing they could say that you would be like, that was the A++ S+ answer?
I don't know what it would be, but it's something that I can't see within myself that they are able to see.
Dude,
I think
answers things that are so deep. So it's they're right. That is true. I wonder what's your favorite? If a girl were to tell you, I really, this is my favorite thing about you. Toast?
Sorry. So.
What's happening? What the fuck is going? There's three different things.
He's got the questions in front of him. He's reading the questions.
Or what?
No. So I'm wearing wireless headset, right?
Yeah.
But it's on the fritz lately. So every 30 minutes, I lose connection for 15 seconds.
What? And you don't tell us ahead of time?
Okay. Oh man, this is triggering my social anxiety. You're talking to someone and then they say something, but you didn't hear them. And then you say, can you repeat that? And then they say the same thing and then you miss it.
Oh yeah.
So at this point, you got two plays. You ask them to repeat it again, or you just say, to acknowledge it. Because will cover a lot of bases, but it turns out they're asking for something really specific. Where's the bathroom? And then you just look even more like a fool. So that's what was going on there, is that I saw that you were talking. And during the 10 seconds when I can't hear anything, I'm just praying to God she's not directing that question at me so I can hit her with an and try and use context to jump back into the conversation.
You could have just told us we have to do an hour-long podcast with your thing going in and out.
Yvonne, I don't know if you're appreciating how honest Toast is being right now.
This is a 2v1. This is where...
This is not 2v1. This is not 2v1. This is a normal human reacting to the way you're treating me.
Treating you.
Okay, let's not forget. Actually, now that I think about it, you were the one who found Chelsea. You just happened to have a friend who could moderate unbiasedly in our podcast, and guess, and then what? And then what? I get ganged up on every week.
You were the one finding somebody, huh? Relying on you, huh? You're like, I don't know anybody, so guess who had to go and find somebody?
I trusted you to find someone unbiased. Okay?
You were in the interview.
Chelsea is
we
anything
talked to her at
but
the same time.
No, you knew her beforehand.
Yes,
even
I
in the
did.
podcast episode where she was the guest, she was like, "Who?" I saw how Toast was talking to you. I was like, "Who does he think he is talking to?"
Maybe
Yvonne
that should be a hey, check yourself. Like how
you should check yourself. You should check yourself. If anything, Nate would be on your side since Leslie's your best friend and he's her brother. Okay, he has. You think being a see, this is why you're a misandrist. Okay, you reduce his identity to being a man.
All the fucking time.
Nice.
Toast, answer the question.
I didn't hear it.
Yvonne, you weren't listening to his story. He was trying to express vulnerably.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him.
He's feeling uncomfortable because he's stuck in this predicament.
Good.
And he was just sharing that moment, and all he could do is be honest. And, he doesn't actually know what the question was.
What's the question?
The question is, what could a girl say that her favorite thing about you is that is the S plus A plus answer? That you'd be like, oh my God, that's my favorite thing.
It's probably something either A, I'm really proud of, or something I'm really insecure of.
Yeah. What's the thing you're most proud of?
Something
What's the thing you're most proud of?
Like, I remember I was in a video game tournament. I didn't win, but I made it pretty far. And my girlfriend said, hey, I'm really proud of you for making it that far. And I remember thinking, because most times I would say like, yeah, it was all right, I didn't win, but I was actually proud of my placement. So I remember responding, thanks. I'm actually really proud myself. Because it made me feel validated in feeling that way. It's like, yeah, this was something I'm actually proud of. And it's nice that she feels the same way. When a girl compliments me on something I'm insecure about, it's kind of, I think my response would be like, oh,
Just being nice.
Like sometimes when a girl says I'm handsome, even then I'm like, ooh, a tinge of uncomfortability there. Because I don't necessarily feel that way. But it feels very nice to hear as well. It can't be something so far from what I truly believe that it feels like a lie. For example, if a girl says, oh, hey, you have a ginormous penis. Like that compliment wouldn't hit. Because to me, that is so far from what I feel is the truth that I wouldn't treat it as genuine.
There's like an aspect where you want to be acknowledged for like things you've worked for, like the effort you put in. If you didn't put in the effort, then it doesn't feel genuine.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, if guys are trying to hit on a girl on the apps or in person, picking the right thing to compliment is actually really important. Because you should just say, "Hey, you're beautiful." I feel like that won't work most times.
Well, it's more like it's so common. Like it would work if you're also attracted to the person. Like if I was attracted to the guy, it would help a lot too. But I think it's just like it gives you that extra edge when you say something that is not typically heard all the time.
What kind of messages have you gotten, Yvonne? I've heard that you're on the apps. Do you have messages that seem to like that work, or is there an opening? Is there a line that like you feel seen or whatever?
I haven't been on in a while, honestly. I have this phase where I delete them and then I just like don't do anything because I think I almost get triggered and get rage baited by them. So then I delete them.
Rage baited.
Yeah, it's like there's really crazy people on there, So like or just the things that they say are just like you're disgusting. But well, it's like righteously disgusting. Sometimes people say like really gross things. I like being complimented on my personality a lot. Like when they say something funny is maybe like a step below. There's like some things that are above. I don't remember exactly what they are. I think I've been told that like they really like how I treat sometimes my friends and family and how I'm like very caring and stuff like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's great. Like being acknowledged for like how you treat others. I think that's a really great compliment.
Do you guys have similar social anxiety triggering interactions like the one I had with the repeating of the questions?
Yeah, that literally happened to me the other day. The exact same thing where we asked someone to repeat themselves twice and we didn't hear it the third time and we're just like, okay, I didn't want to ask again.
So what'd you do?
Me and Double If were just like, we didn't hear it. We asked him a third time, I think eventually, or someone did.
Do you remember what they were actually asking?
I don't. So I blacked out. I literally just like, I have social anxiety when I'm in a place and I feel it in my bones that I'm uncomfortable because I know it shows. So when I'm at like a social event where sometimes it's like a movie screening or when they're like, you can't invite a +1 and I know I'm going to be there. Although like it feels like exposure therapy has helped with that. I just force myself into those situations and I just believe that my social skills will get me to a place where I'll be okay by the end of the night or during the night.
And it usually works out.
It usually works out. I've made friends that way. I've literally made friends just like talking to someone at a table that I've never met. I just like sat my food down and they either will say something or I'll say something. And usually when you compliment somebody, like, oh, I really like this. And it's like, oh, thanks. And then like that swirls into like conversation.
Do you have lucky girl syndrome?
Lucky girl syndrome.
Oh, yeah. I never heard of that one.
Syndrome?
Oh, I mean, yes.
Syndrome.
Is that a thing?
Oh, it's a TikTok-driven manifestation trend based on the belief that consistently expecting positive outcomes will cause the universe to deliver good fortune, opportunities, and success.
You're telling me I have power over the universe giving me good fortune by simply believing?
Yeah, I think it's what they say, like manifest your destiny. If you believe you're lucky or you're meant for success, you would succeed.
I think I am extremely privileged in a lot of ways because people will know who. Stop nodding your head so hard, you asshole!
I'm agreeing with you.
Aggressively nodding your head as soon as I say that. Okay, so basically the other day I went to a card show. I've been really into Pokemon cards recently. And I'm like walking around and then people will take pictures with me because I think we have a lot of overlapping community with like TCG and cards and a lot of nerdy and stuff like that. A lot of nerdy stuff. Anyways, and then this guy comes up to me. He gives me this. He's like, hey, let's be friends. Just follow my account. Gives me this.
Oh, he gives you a Pokemon product. I think that one's worth what, $200?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I'm doing is walking around the convention and it's handed to me, and that's when I felt extreme privilege. You know what I mean? Like I'm
lucky
just
girl
like,
syndrome.
Yes, like nobody would be really like given this on like randomly. But it's because I have a following, or he knows that like people have been taking pictures with me. So then he's kind of like, oh, like I want to meet this person.
You accepted it. You didn't say, hey, no, thank you.
Yeah, I wanted it. There could be an Espeon in here. I've been looking for the Espeon.
Okay, now let's frame it like this. What if someone handed you $200 cash? Would you ever?
Oh, no.
But because it's in the form of Pokemon packs.
Yeah. Well, like, this, it's just different. It's what I like. If someone was like, hey, give me $200 to follow you, I'd be like, no. But this, I'm like, oh, Pokemon. I don't know. It just felt different. But like, I do feel like sometimes it is very different for others. I know I can like walk into a space and then like, I could have, people could think like, oh, you're a pretty girl. Let me like, you'll like, the way my friend is gorgeous. Okay. She's, oh my God. She's so friendly. She's so gorgeous. And it feels like she can never have bad things happen to her in life. She'll go to an event. She'll somehow get tickets to like VIP and somehow to whatever. Like, it's like she walks and there's like a rainbow road laid out for her. And it's like sunshine that's going, you know? Yeah. Somehow. And she's gorgeous. She's so nice. She's so friendly. And like, it's so, I just think I understand that, you know, like there's sometimes it's,
can you explain
things
it
just
then?
work out. for you all.
What do you think's going on, Yvonne? What do you think's like the cause of that?
There is pretty privilege. There's like pretty privilege, and you're friendly on top of that. Like I think it's like being sociable can take you very far. If you're attractive and you're sociable, in general.
Wait, who's this friend?
Her name is Donna. Yeah, I met her at Coachella. I met her on like a 88 Rising pre-party bus, and I was just sitting in the bus across from her, and I was just like, she looked so pretty. Her outfit looked amazing. It was like so unique and everything. And I complimented her. I was like, oh my God, your outfit looks so good. And she's like, wow, thanks. And then she complimented my outfit. And then we exchanged Instagrams. Like we were just yapping on the bus a bit.
And you guys just became friends like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so weird. Guys would never do that.
Really? I feel like guys do that.
How do guys become friends? Yeah.
Guys become friends usually through their girlfriends or
that is
some
true.
kind of third party. I can't imagine getting on, like being in that situation that Yvonne is in, like having a good exchange with a dude, and then it's like, yo, let's, you want to hang out sometime? Maybe for some guys, but
I think the more
for most
extroverted
guys, I feel like we don't go through that.
There's something weird if a guy's too friendly too quickly. There's like a suspicious.
Really?
Yeah, because then I'm thinking, oh, is he gay, and does he think I'm gay, and he wants to get with me like that? That's how guys think. It's like, oh, someone's being nice to me. This applies to girls as well. If a girl's nice to me, it's like, oh, this is either a prank or she is interested in me. It's never just like she's a friendly person.
I've heard of at raves, some guys will go befriend the guys in a group where they think the girls are cute so that they could get to the girls.
Oh man, that's messed up. That's like hyena behavior, right? Or coyote, where they pretend to be other dogs to lure in dogs and then they eat them.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
this is why women don't trust men.
It is. This is why they choose the bear.
But yeah, I would say guys don't really make friends. I can't imagine making friends. Yeah,
it's like it's almost like guys can't be friends while facing each other. They kind of have to be friends like looking at the same thing. Does that make sense? Yvonne, does that make sense? Toast gets
like
it.
A common interest or hobby. I've seen people bond over basketball, like or fights. They'll be like, "Hey, did you see the game last night?" and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen guys meet each other just through the one person will say something, and then they're like kind of casually talking, and they're kind of like, "Well, this guy's kind of cool," and then they exchange info, and then yeah,
you gotta be doing something.
Yeah.
How guys bond and make friends with each other is they do the same thing at the same location. It can never be, hey, let's catch up.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like a coffee thing or a dinner thing, usually it's something horrible happened. Someone broke up, someone got a divorce.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's like, hey, do you want to jump into a video game together or go hiking?
Like perfect guy, new friend meetup. Like one guy's on the dock, he's got a fishing rod. You walk by him, you can tell something's going on. Maybe he's catching something. You come up, it's like, hey, like you ask him a question. There's just like this thing where you're both like looking at the fish.
Yeah. You're both like in the same area.
Yeah. What are you catching? You both got a fishing rod. You look over. What are you guys catching today? And then you have that moment.
Yeah. Nate, you mentioned Chelsea had some questions for us, right? I'm so curious what she gave you.
One of her first questions is actually if you guys, how would you describe your relationship with Toast?
How would I describe it?
To me, because I don't actually know your guys' relationship. Like, can you explain it to me?
Very long time friends, co-workers, siblings type of energy. Very comfortable with each other and has gone through a lot of trauma together.
Oh, got it.
And trauma bonding.
He's seen you at like highs, lows. He's seen you through everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say
I'm not sure if I've seen the highs yet, but I've seen the lows.
Are you kidding me? Right now are the highs. Right now are the good old days. Are you
right now's the high?
What you wouldn't say that a lot of the things we've been through have had some good highs? What? Sorry, what's so bad about things right now?
No, I'm not saying they're bad. Like they're definitely not bad. These are not the lows. But you're saying these are the highs?
What's the high? Like, am I supposed to get married for us to have a high? Like, what's the high?
Like when you get a boyfriend or like you have a child?
All right.
Okay.
Was there any Chelsea notes on those questions? What kind of notes did she put?
She's got some interesting ones. She's got some boy questions. She got some love questions in here. She's got some a little bit deeper questions. A little bit, dating questions. There's some interesting questions here.
I have a question for Yvonne. Do you think this podcast improved or worsened our relationship?
I'll be honest for once. I think it improved it.
Oh, wow. What an optimistic view.
Optimistic? What, you think otherwise?
I think it made it worse.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What do you think made it worse? I was thinking about this
the other day.
What?
I think it's because we are bringing to light so much of your way of thinking and who you are as a person that all the good and the other parts as well. That let's say we have a take on the podcast and people agree with me but disagree with you. I'm noticing a sense of resentment from your end towards me when people online says, "Oh, I agree with Toast on this one," and it feels like you take it out on me because you see me as the instigator for putting you in this position.
But wouldn't I think that it made our relationship worse if that were the case? Because I don't think so.
Which part do you disagree with?
I don't think I have resentment towards you.
Oh. You don't resent me for showing the world who you are.
This is why I fight with you. Are you kidding me? Like, you guys say stuff like this, huh? Showing the world who I am? What the fuck does that mean? Like, as if I'm a fucking demon and now they can see it? What is
just
it?
like getting to know Yvonne behind the screen, behind the streamer, what we see online. Revealing
Toast is like a mirror. He's a mirror.
I am unapologetic of who I am. I have flaws. I have great things about myself. What is there that is so bad?
You say I'm apologetic, but you had to apologize to me. That time you made me feel really invalidated on the podcast.
This is so fucked up because you will tell me and you literally say this for the pod. In person, you're like, yeah, I didn't give a shit. And then here, you say this!
It's because I'm just so used to not having my feelings validated that when it happened, it was like, yeah, whatever. It's just every day on this podcast.
You are such a
it's interesting because you could also look at it as, Toast, you've seen Yvonne in all these, you've seen so much Yvonne through this podcast, some highs, some lows, and you're still here, still hanging out.
You reverse praise him?
No, he's praising you, man.
Yeah,
because he's saying that I'm willing to like be here despite all of this and spend time with you, bro. You are so prickly. You're like a little hedgehog, curling up with your spikes pointed outward. Again, with the blame. I did not make you.
It's like, oh, I showed the world who you are, and so
that statement inherently doesn't have any negative connotation. Okay,
you did not make it sound like that.
Like it's like revealing, something beautiful to the world, like
that
finding
is not
a diamond.
How you said it.
It's because it's your own internal bias that's making you feel that way.
That you created.
Again, I feel like if anything, I've only lifted you up in life.
Are you sure? Then wait, you literally said it. You think that it makes you thought our relationship got worse over the podcast because of me, or because you think so?
Yeah, because of you and your projection towards me.
Well, you're wrong, because I don't feel any resentment towards you.
Oh,
so
Yvonne feels accepted. As you feel accepted as you are because he's seen more of you and he's still here.
Oh, wait, you don't have any resentment towards me?
No.
Oh, wow. Hey, that's good to know. That makes me feel better. I'm glad we had this conversation.
I realize now that was your projection. You were worried or felt like I could probably have resentment towards you. And then so you think that it made a relationship worse because you're saying that I probably have resentment towards you. But really, that was your own projection because I don't actually have resentment towards you.
I think you're right on this one. My projection doesn't make it a reality. But I chose to believe that. And instead of confronting it, I just accepted it and behaved that way. I apologize, Yvonne. Wow, this was a break.
Yvonne, yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah,
did you hear? You heard that, right?
I did.
Yeah, validate my feelings. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Well, I was processing it.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
You could just acknowledge it. You don't have to say much.
I acknowledge your feelings.
Fuck you. I've been in quite a few fights with the girls in my life. Nothing hits worse than saying I acknowledge your feeling. Like you have an argument with your girlfriend or boyfriend, it's like, hey, I just want you to like acknowledge me and validate me, and then they hit you with the I acknowledge it. Like, and you know people out there do that. Because you know the other person thinks. The other person is like, okay, I'm going to be healthy about this and acknowledge their feeling. But you can't just say, I acknowledge it. That's the worst thing you can do. That is not acknowledging it. It just makes you feel like you're saying it because you're supposed to say it. And you know this, Yvonne. I know you're on those TikToks that talk about feelings and avoidant personalities and attachment styles. So you know what you're doing.
I am different with you than it would be if it were my SL.
You weaponize it, you know, and you know that guys in your life have done it to you as well. So you know what's the worst thing to say, and you're using that against me right now.
I don't think I've used the worst things guys have said to me against you because they're not relatable.
What's the worst thing a guy has said towards you?
God, I must have like blocked it out of my memory, or I need time to think about it. But there's been a good couple, but there's a lot of like excuses or deflecting. Like it's like the casual, typical. Have you ever seen those TikToks of like, well, maybe it's just me, but it'll be excuses that guys give when they follow like a girl on social media that doesn't follow them back, or like someone that's clearly they're following for attraction stuff, and it's always like. They'll like the photo and be like, I don't even look at my timeline. I was just like pressing it for
I
stuff.
don't get that. I don't get that strategy. So are the guys, why do guys like a girl's photo?
Well, this is based off like who I knew, or maybe some people in general. I think it's like, one, they genuinely do like, it's like, oh, hot, like photo. Very simple, right? And then two is like, there's a chance that maybe the girl goes through her likes or sees the like, so-and-so liked your post, checks out the profile in their hopes of like, maybe this girl will follow me back or message or something, right? Yeah.
That seems like it works for single guys, right? It's like, that's one of the strategies I think a lot of single guys use is to like photos.
Yes. Yeah.
But
well, some also are in relationships and they'll still do it. But that's like scummy
and they
behavior.
do that? That seems like a recipe for disaster.
No, they definitely do that. There's a lot of like, not even from my own personal experience, but like I know other people who have done that, like, or their boyfriends or whatever.
What is the reasoning they give? It's like, oh, I just thought it was a good photo.
Well, some will be okay. So they'll be like, oh, I don't even see what I like. I just like my timeline, or I just like the first photo. I didn't swipe through the carousel if the carousel has other suggestive photos. Or yeah, I accidentally liked it. I didn't mean to. It's like a ton of excuses. And then it's the classic, fine, I'll just delete my Instagram then. You know what? I won't even use my Instagram. And then you're like, that's not even the point.
Yeah, that's a classic manipulation strategy.
Yeah.
Where you just make things so blown out of proportion, you essentially invalidate the other side's argument by reacting so viscerally. You're essentially putting on the table that it's because they're acting so unreasonable. it's right up there with the fine, I'll just kill myself argument. It's like, oh, something's not going my way, I'm just gonna say that and I win. Because it makes the other side seem like they're being unreasonable.
Or that you push them to that point. Yeah.
A classic one. Write that one down, boys.
Yeah.
What? So, okay, these are like your classic traits of a guy you're not trying to date. Like, but what is a good guy? Like, what are the traits of a good guy? What are they doing?
What are the traits of a good guy? Physically, I think all girls want the same thing. Like, it's like physicality, I think, is on different priority for different girls, but they kind of all want the same thing. Same with guys, which is like, hey, you want someone who's tall and relatively fit. You don't want them super jacked, like those muscular bodybuilders. That's too much. It's kind of like a good frame will do it, and anything above 5'10" is peachy, but some girls care more, some girls care less. Personality wise,
is tall an energy thing or is it a physical thing? Like, is it like 5'10" and above? It's like that, or is there can you have like a tall personality?
I think you can add 2 inches of perceived height confidence with the way you act. But if you're like a 5'2" guy and you're like super confident and like really good shape, it's really hard to overcome. Not impossible, but if you're like a 5'2" guy and it's clear that there's a lot of hangups about that and it reflects in your behavior and how you react to the world, then I think a lot of people might not find that attractive. But then there's also tall guys who aren't very confident and slouches and try not to draw attention to themselves, aren't fit, and then that's not attractive either. Personality wise, I think most girls just want a nice, loyal guy who is, I use the word nice. I think default everyone wants a nice guy.
Well, actually, I will say, when I thought about it, it's like we say nice because there are a lot of guys out there that aren't nice. Like, you would think that's the baseline. I think because growing up, like, you have people who will like tease you during recess, or you grow up and they're not nice all the time. So it almost made calling someone nice like it was like a description of personality. But I would say how someone carries themselves helps a lot. You could have someone who is not typically maybe that tall, even though someone's looking for someone taller, but the way they like present themselves and their personality could be so attractive. I'm sure it happens the same thing for girls, right? It's like if you didn't think a girl was attractive at first, sometimes the way they speak or the way they behave and mannerisms could also make them really attractive.
Oh, that's interesting. As a guy, I feel opposite.
Yeah.
I feel like an attractive girl can become unattractive through their personality, but it's a little harder for an physically what society deems as unattractive to overcome that through personality. I think it's the opposite. I think it's more unfair to girls in this scenario, but like less attractive guys can have a chance with more attractive girls than the other way around. It's more possible for an unattractive guy to get an attractive girl than it is for an unattractive girl to get an attractive guy.
Yeah. I think it's obviously applies to every person differently, but I think overall, I have heard more of my guy friends say that they're a bit more shallow compared to girls. Yeah.
What about you? Are you, Yvonne, how much does looks matter?
They matter. Just like I don't know if it's like an average amount compared to everyone else, but I actually have always liked personality a lot. I think when I was younger, like I liked my first boyfriend because I thought he was cute, and then we would talk, and then I liked him. And then everyone afterwards, it's like I got to know them more as friends, and then I liked them. Like I like their personality a lot. I've had guys that I thought were attractive. I talked to them and I'm like, you are so unattractive to me now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've often hear of girls who's really interested in a guy, but the moment they open their mouth, the dumbest things come out, and then they get super turned off by it.
Yeah. I think it's tough because some people who know they're attractive give off that exact personality of knowing that. So they're like a little the way they carry themselves seems obnoxious or pretentious and stuff, and that is a big turn off.
Yeah, they're just too into them. They're too into themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the traits that I feel like a good guy has is like they have a good sense of the world around them.
Mm-hmm.
They can kind of they know what the girl's feeling. You know, they can kind of like sense that without them having to say it. And I think it's just like an awareness of the environment, both like from like I don't know. I mean, it could even be as simple as like maybe a girl doesn't feel safe in a certain environment, and like the guy can pick up on that, you know, or and you know, it's just like these things. I think the more a guy can be aware of what other people are feeling outside of himself.
I actually do agree with that. Awareness has been something that has like I found really attractive before. When a guy was like aware of, oh, someone needs help somewhere, or like we should look out for these somewhere, or the girl should go like here and stuff for her. Like that has always been a very good great quality, because I think someone who checks on the surroundings makes you feel safe. And for me, it's like I just want to be in my la-di-da, like I'm just a girl world sometimes, and like it's like the meme of Vanessa Carlton's playing in your head, la-di-da, and then the guy's head is just like there's a person across the street who's looking over at us. It's dark. There's someone that could be following us, and like that. Like I want to be in that.
Do girls have this like fantasy of there being a gunman somewhere, and you take out the gunman and you save the whole school or the whole town?
No. You just don't want there to be a gunman. I think that's the real fantasy, not that there is a gunman. What the fuck?
Hey, have you had this fantasy before? Like daydreams?
That I'm the guy that takes out the gunman?
Yeah. Like there's an environment and there's a danger.
Oh.
And then
but in my head the story ends with like you take out the gunman. Is this dark? But like maybe you don't survive, but that's okay.
What the fuck?
Are you doing this because your crush is there, or you're just doing it to be a good Samaritan?
Maybe it's like this feeling of like you have purpose, like you did something really meaningful. And that's kind of the fantasy. Like, and it's like when you feel a little like when things feel meaningless, you can almost fantasize about like same fantasies about like defending your country or war, all these things. Like you have a lot of meaning, and there's a camaraderie in it.
Yeah, that's kind of like what guys think about. That's what I think about when I was a kid. I was like, oh, I have a crush on this girl. How do I get her to impress me? Oh, wow.
Heroic.
Like,
a heroic display.
Saving the school. Yeah. But then in real life, I think to myself, would I actually do it? Let's say there was an active shooter on campus. Would I actually risk my life to try and disarm them?
I think you would.
I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I think I like living too much.
Yeah.
I think in the moment you're right there in that room and they're like trying to open the door. I think you run up and I think you're just like, I'm keeping this door shut no matter what.
I think it depends on the person. I think if there was someone you cared about in the room, you would do it. And I think if not, then it's the most normal thing to just like, hide and try to be safe.
Are there people in your lives you would give your life for? Like only one of you can live. And you say, okay, I choose that person to continue living.
I think that's really tough because I don't even trust myself to know myself in that type of situation until I'm in it. Like, I don't want to be the person who's like, yeah, I would give my life. And then the situation comes and the ugly humanity shows. And then I'm like, me, I want to live. Screw everyone else. I'm scared to be like, yeah, I'm noble. And then I'm there and then I'm not.
I mean, it just sounds like a no for you, Yvonne.
No, because if I were to think about it, I think if you put me in a situation and like you were there, I might just be like, oh no, I might just, I could just have a bodily reaction of just going up and be like, I'll just don't think.
You'll give your life for me, Yvonne?
I could. There's a scenario. There's a world.
Wow.
What are you, Toast?
So touching. I wouldn't give my life for Yvonne, no.
Yeah, was anybody surprised?
I would risk my life for you, Yvonne. Like if I flipped the coin and the coin was 80% likely that we both live and 20% I die, I think I would flip it. But if it was a 50-50, then I don't even know then. I'd probably play the odds. Giving like a straight up 1-for-1 trade. I don't know. Aside from my, I guess, immediate siblings, probably not. Not even my parents, because at this, they're kind of old, and I think they feel pretty bad if I traded like the 40 years I have left for the hopefully, knock on wood, 20 years.
Like a non-efficient trade.
Yeah. It's just like it doesn't make sense here. I think I'd probably risk my lives for my friends. Yeah,
it depends. If Toast had a family and I was still, doing my dilly-dally life alone in this world, then I would. It would make sense, right? He has a family. But if I had a family, I might just be like, well, shit, sorry, dude, I got my family. I think that's like things to consider.
My sister recently had a baby, and I'm watching her go through life because she's living at the house. And it's like, I don't know how parents do it. You don't sleep. You wake up every 2 hours. You can't sleep for more than 2 hours at a time because you keep thinking to myself, oh my God, is my baby breathing? You know how, do you guys have that with your pets? Yeah, I'm not sure if you have any pets, but I would randomly, like when I had a dog, just look at them. It's like, oh, they're not breathing. Because I'm looking for the rise in their chest. And like, oh God, it's dead. But then they start breathing again. It's like, oh, okay, everything's fine. Now imagine that, but with a human baby all the time. Like when I hold my sister's baby, I'm like, oh God, I hope to God I don't drop it and like grievously injure it. But I can't imagine.
When you think about your future, like, do you picture yourself holding your own child ever?
Yeah. I think I want children. I've been pretty back and forth about this. The main thing is I wouldn't want to die alone. I've been spending a lot of time recently at the hospital for family stuff, and I see old people with loving family members, and I see old people with no family members. I went to the hospital, and in the front there was this old lady in a wheelchair, and she was like, can anyone help me, and everyone was walking by, and I walked by too. And then in my head I had this whole moral dilemma of like, it's the bystander effect. Like when there's something happening but no one's reacting,
because you think
it's so much easier to not react. It's like, oh, someone will.
Yeah.
And I've been in situations where I just walked away before. But today, like, I'm just having this, like, okay, like, why won't you stop? Well, it's because this might be a crazy person. You never know at the hospital. There's so much different kind of weirdos at the hospital. There's like sick people, and there's like people who, need a hit, and there are people who, there's just such a wide range. So you don't know what you're going to get. And it's easier to just go inside the hospital and, be there for the people you were supposed to be there for. But that day I paused at the door and turned around. I was like, hey, do you need something? And she said, oh, I'm blind. I need to get back to my room and no one will help me.
It's so sad.
Yeah, it's so sad. I'm like, this, what feels like 75-year-old white lady, frail in a wheelchair. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I can get you to where you need to go. So I wheeled her in and then upstairs to her ward, and she's like, oh, thank you so much, you're so kind. And the whole time I'm just thinking like, oh, I just wish this lady had someone who was there for them. But she was all alone, and it like made me super depressed. And I just kept thinking to myself, wow, in 40 years, when I'm in that position, I really need someone to look after me, or like have someone to look forward to talking to. And that is the reason why I would want kids, because I think dying alone would really suck. and also, to pass on my gene and progeny and all that.
Yeah, you're gonna pass on your deductive skills to your kid.
There are other things to pass down. I am more than just the deductive guy.
Yvonne, actually, can you give me some more some of the great traits about Toast? I just want to hear your perspective. Like, what are some of these good traits?
Excellent topic, Nate.
Yeah,
we should have Nate on more often. Now that I think about it,
I'm sure you can. You know Toast. You've gotten to know him a lot on this podcast, and you're still here.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. He's good with family. He's good with friends. He's funny.
That's a really specific qualification you are listing out.
What?
Like it's like good with friends and good with family. I notice you're leaving a specific kind of relationship out.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I don't know. I would assume you are a better boyfriend.
Okay. I have no context on this.
We take what we can get.
Yeah. And then what else? I got thrown off. Funny. Good leader. When I say that you need emotion and logic both in decision making, I think Toast has both. A very good mix of both. Yeah. And I think overall you are a good person.
Again, I feel like there's some qualification words you're throwing, like overall. Like, why does it gotta be an overall sum of the average type beat?
I gotta leave something for people to wonder about.
Wonder about so that 5 years down the line, when I get canceled, you can pull up this clip and say, I actually never fucked with him. That's what I meant.
This is what I meant. You see the underlying message I had here.
Yvonne's always playing both sides so she can come out on top.
One of these days.
I also got to give credit, like being able to take compliments. That's pretty good. That's not easy to take.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you. I know it's not easy, but I make it work.
Yeah.
Learning to accept a compliment, I think, is a skill a lot of people have. How many of us have friends where you compliment them? They're like, oh, no, I'm not. Oh, no, it wasn't that good. And a lot of times we just think, shut the fuck up and accept the compliment. Okay. I just want to say something nice to you. And you're kind of like making it difficult. All right. I went through a very therapy speak phase of my life a couple of years ago, so I know all the common self-sabotage things we do to ourselves, our self-limiting beliefs. SLB, that's the word. A lot of manosphere podcasts as well, not necessarily because I believe in them. I think it's important to just have perspective from multiple sides.
Wait, can you go more into the self-sabotage thing? What do you mean by that?
I think a lot of people are afraid to try, so they kind of don't. I think a lot of us go through this. I've talked about this a lot. Like a lot of people don't like failure, so they end up not going for it. But I think failing is a big part of it, like part of life. You gotta try. It's always embarrassing to look like, oh, you did something, but you didn't succeed. But it's just kind of like what you have to do to get better. Self-limiting beliefs is the idea of like, you're always telling yourself, oh, I can't have that. I can't do that. I can't look like that. I can't be that rich. But these are all things like you're telling yourself, right? You gotta be the guy telling yourself that you can do it. If you're the guy telling yourself you can't do it, then well, you're definitely not going to do it. Like maybe other people will say you can't do it, but if there's one person who needs to think that you can, it's yourself. So the idea of self-limiting beliefs is a very toxic one. And you should live in this headspace of like the world is a place of abundance where there's just so many things. Like there's so many people and so many opportunities that if you think you can't do this or you can't do that or can't attain that, it's like really restricting in what you can actually achieve.
And sometimes you want to set expectations like for others. You want others to not have high expectations of yourself. So in fear of if you ever do lesser or fail them, then they're not disappointed.
Yeah.
Something that I think is really interesting about streaming that I think that draws me to streaming is like in our own head we have a certain container of what we think we are, who we think we are. And I think by like putting yourself out there, like you put yourself out there for other people to make their own opinions about who you are. And sometimes they can see things in you that you can't see in yourself. I think that's like I guess I'm curious, have you guys ever experienced that where you've seen yourself in a different light because of comments, because of clips, maybe in a positive way?
Positive way?
I feel like it's usually the opposite.
It's negative, yeah, because I think people have a tendency to focus on negative comments or overthink them, and the positive ones are nice, but it's the negative one that kind of makes you go like, well, that's not really true. I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys surprised how entertaining you guys were? Like how much people resonated with your guys' streams?
I think starting out, yes. Well, actually, no. I feel that more now than I did back then. I felt like like when I was first started, I was so excited and just genuinely happy to be a streamer because it's such a cool job, right? And now I don't really feel that way just because I've been doing it for so long, and I've definitely fallen out of love with just streaming in general. But I guess at the start, I knew what was funny, and I knew when I was being funny. So I'm not surprised most times. There are some times where a piece of my content that does really well that I am surprised by. It's like, oh, people actually like this. And it's usually when I'm just having a lot of fun, which is what a lot of people just want to see someone have fun and have a good time. That's why when you watch those food critic videos, like food vloggers, they never say the food's bad. They always say the food's good. And let me tell you, the food is not always. That's why TikTok is such a scam. Yvonne has brought me to so many TikTok restaurants.
Look at this place.
Like I saw this on TikTok. I heard of this place. This place is TikTok.
Well,
and
some things are for vlogging, not for food. Does that make sense? That's why, the conveyor belt place, I knew was not for like, oh, this place is gonna be quality food, but it'd be fun thing to vlog, right?
Well, I wasn't there. I only heard secondhand experiences of Lily and Sydney saying it's the worst sushi
and
they
guess
ever
what?
had.
We had great little vlog clips from it because it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah. But that's why you don't trust TikTok or like YouTube, because like is this like human phenomenon where like people just don't want negativity really in like food content. They actually want negativity in like politics or drama, but they don't want it in certain other content, which is like food. Like no one ever wants to open a food video and it's like, oh yeah, that was okay. They want like an extreme reaction.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't trust it when someone says like everything is good sometimes. You know, I like when they have a bit of critique and they're like, oh, this was good, this was okay. And that makes me feel like the review is a little more like real.
What do you say if you're at like someone's family home and their mom makes you food and it's not good, and they ask you about it? How do you respond in that scenario?
And just say it's good no matter what.
Just say good.
You just say good.
Just lie.
Yeah, just lie.
Finish the plate.
Gun to my head, ever say it's bad.
White lies do exist, and that is one of the scenarios to use them.
Yeah.
All right, what if it's your friend that made the food?
Depends. Is my friend able to take critique or not?
What if Leslie made it?
There's a balance. You can't crush their dreams. But you can, like Leslie, I wouldn't crush her dreams, but I could tell her if I was like, oh, like, you could do this if you want to. Sometimes people don't even want criticism, you know? Like, are they asking for it?
Yeah, the old compliment sandwich. Yvonne made salt bread once, and it was really good. I give it a 8 out of 10. But I was honest with my critique, which is like, this shit is drenched in butter. I bit into it and I drank butter. And then she made it again with half the butter, I think. And it was like perfect.
Yeah.
I've had this salt bread.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried it.
It's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good, but it
There it is, the compliment.
This is why Nate brought this up.
No.
He was gunning for this.
Great.
It tastes like something I could buy at a store.
Hey, that's a compliment.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, what? That's not a compliment.
It's not.
No,
It's
I just go buy it at a store
store-worthy.
then.
Oh, but this one's made with love.
Yeah.
I couldn't taste the love.
Well,
I couldn't taste the love. That's what I'm saying.
you must
it tastes
have
like it was bought at a
you
store.
had a different bread. It wasn't.
There was
mine.
no love in it tasted like I right out of the factory.
Whoa! Really? Wow.
I mean, it's
Oh,
fresh.
that's
I don't know.
That's a compliment.
That's not
That's a
really too
compliment.
bad to me.
Okay.
Yeah, as a
All right,
beginning
all right.
baker,
Yeah.
we take those.
Yeah, I kind of fuck with that. You know, like I'm not a professional, so
All right. I want to see the imperfection. I want to see like the little variation, that the homemade twist would happen when
oh my
you
god,
know.
he was saying it's too perfect. That's why there's he
No.
Is that what
wants
he
the
was saying?
imperfections.
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah, he
Oh,
said he
that
wants
was
to see imperfections.
I think maybe some variations.
It's just too safe. It's too safe.
Dude, Nate would make a great food judge. He's like, you played it too safe.
Yeah.
Technically, it's sound, but I want to see something that wows. me.
Yeah.
I want to respond to the thing you asked. Is like, have you read something online of someone else's description of you
Mhm.
that you didn't agree with?
Mhm.
The biggest one I get the most is when people say, "Oh, yeah, Toast is a mean guy, but he means well," which I feel like is not because I don't really categorize myself as mean or say mean things in general.
Mm-hmm.
So when I read comments of like, "Oh yeah, Toast can be mean," like, "Oh, he's being mean," it always surprises me. It's like, "Oh, am I mean?"
The thresholds are different. Like when they say that, remember I told you my one of my good friends from back home was like, Toast is so mean because they don't get your humor. Because if they don't understand you, it sounds really mean.
Well, what is it that I'm doing that can be interpreted as mean?
Yvonne, put the fork down. Like
You were doing this during a sponsored stream.
no, it was Pico Park. It was
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Park.
It was 7 other people in the same lobby, and your hands were off the keyboard eating food when we need you to do something. I feel like that's justified.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like it could completely be justified, but somebody could hear the way you are yelling or talking and be like, that sounded mean though. You know, if they don't get you.
I think this is the Labubu field that you're experiencing. What I see,
What?
here's what I'm seeing. What I see is Toast. Toast actually, I think it's actually more a reflection that Toast, you see them that they can handle it. They can handle your honesty. It's actually like you trust them and you see them as like they got like the ability to handle it. So why would you filter yourself for something that they don't think they can handle?
Because I respect Yvonne so much.
What?
See, she can't even understand this idea. She can't. It's like way over her head.
Bro, what are you guys saying? You're talking circles around me.
For the record, I did not pay Nate beforehand to say any of this. He's just an unbiased third party. Unbiased third party. Have you been called a misandrist before?
Me? No.
Misandrist? No?
No.
Never?
Unless, probably comment somewhere that I haven't seen, maybe.
I've never heard this term before, by the way. What is this term?
It's the counterpart to misogynist. A man hater.
Oh, they sometimes they'll say if it's like the I don't know, they'll counter it with your perspective or like a guy perspective. But sometimes it's very incel sounding, so then I don't like consider those comments.
I think something can happen when a bunch of girls are together where they can start, how do I say this?
Go the extreme side of it.
They just start complaining about guys, and they just start stacking on it, and there's no like guy there to be like defend what's going on, you know, and you just kind of get attacked, you know.
Yeah, I think that's normal. I think like a lot of guys will sometimes do that. Like a bunch of guys like, oh yeah, my wife was being a bitch kind of deal. And like if a girl was there, they'd be like, "Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's not how you're supposed to talk." I remember seeing a bunch of the OTV and Friends girls in the living room at one of our houses, and it felt like I was walking into a den of lioness. Like I was going to the kitchen, I was tiptoeing past. It was like Pokey, Lily, Ray, Yvonne, a whole bunch of girls, and I just know they're talking about like what girls talk about. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Just gonna get some water."
Well, we talk that way about bad men, you know, like ones that are actually bad, not the good ones.
I think that's fair, like to have those spaces where you talk like that, because if you don't fully believe it, sometimes you just need like a venting session. It's like the whole all bear, like not all men argument. It's like, yes, when girls talk about the bear and the guy situation in the woods, it doesn't apply to all guys, right? It's not an argument where guys need to go like, well, you know, actually, if you do see a bear, chances are statistically you'll get harmed more often than just a random guy. Like, how are you lumping all guys in? It's more the idea behind it and a space for women to have that discussion. And it's not necessarily like, they're not looking for a guy's opinion when they discuss like the whole guy bear situation. It's just girls want to talk about it, right? And we don't need the guys to be like, well, actually, it's like I've experienced this where I break up with a girl and I'll have my friends who are like, yeah, you know, forget about her. She wasn't worth it kind of deal. They don't necessarily believe that or like dislike the girl. It's just that in the moment they know that's what I need to hear. So when I see like the girls have their talk about like, oh yeah, guys are shit kind of deal, I know they don't really think it. They just want to vent. I think it's more of a problem when like it's verbalized constantly on stream. And I had this clip go it's not super viral, but like a little viral, where it was me, Sydney doing a stream together, and then she made it like a yeah, fuck all guys joke. And then I kind of took the moment as like, hey, actually that kind of language and attitude is what's driving a division between men and women online. But I did it so seriously, it was meant as a joke. But that clip ended up going like pretty viral because it's like, oh wow, look at Toast speaking up for the men. And it's always a mixed bag because it's like, yeah, the Sydney girl, like she disrespected, you know, his opinion kind of deal. It's just a very divisive topic, especially when you bring it online. If you're talking about it privately with a bunch of girls, it's like a private conversation.
Yeah, I think online you just get so many, I don't know, it's very uneven sometimes, I think, and it leans towards a lot of incel people feeding off topics with each other. I think generally the people who think like-minded in terms of, you know, we think everyone should be a good person or like all these kind of things. Those people don't really comment or speak up on those situations.
Yeah, it's like the online aspect of it. Like, I feel like offline, you're supposed to work out your thoughts almost like this pendulum that swings past. In some way, you're just like, you overreact. And then there's this point where like, okay, I'm overreacting. And then you start like swinging back into like this groundedness. But if you don't ever let yourself overreact, you don't ever get to feel it correctly. And so, and then if that part of the overreaction gets clipped out, I can see it's just like, it doesn't actually represent the experience, you know, and eventually you like find yourself, you know, but.
Yeah, I had a situation like this happen. God, it's been 3 weeks ago now, and I never talked about this publicly. It was about the Sykkuno stuff, and I wasn't really in a great emotional headspace when it was all going on. And I remember like a bunch of my acquaintances, coworkers were like reacting on stream. I didn't necessarily agree with everything with what they're doing publicly or what they're saying publicly or how they're handling, but that was my own perspective. It's like, who am I to say how a person should react, discovering that about like one of your coworkers. And I tweeted out like, hey, the way people are reacting makes me feel like streamers are really fake, and why people think streamers are fake. And I deleted that tweet because it's like, well, the big problem was that it's like people just start using it to attack everyone. And on one hand, it's like it's fine for me to feel a certain way about it, but if I feel a certain way about it, it's also fine for like other people to feel a certain way about it. And I wasn't really helping the situation. But I remember like a lot of people just using it as a reason to be really sexist or just be really mean to a bunch of my friends. And then when I saw that, I'm like, this is not what I wanted. And honestly, it's not helping the situation at all. And I ended up deleting it and apologize to the people who, like, even Skara was like, Skara just gave his take on stream, and I thought it was a really good take.
Yeah, me too.
And people were tweeting at Skara, it's like, your boy fucking hates you. He's calling you out for being a fake friend. It's like, it has nothing to do with that. It's like, I'm just giving my opinion on how sometimes we rush to give, like, because like the world just wants us to give our thoughts. Like, oh, something horrible happened. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think. Over and over again. And people don't. Sometimes people react in different ways, but it's also not up to me to judge or police how people react. But it's kind of that whole like, yeah, on the internet, it's so hard to not react emotionally when there's just so much opinions, so much discussion, so much people like egging you on. And I definitely fell victim to that, where it's like, oh, like there's just so much, and saw a pretty bad side of like Twitter, where all I wanted to do was give like an opinion on how I felt things were going, but it wasn't helpful. And it's something that I took it as a learning lesson of like, the best thing you can do when there's an emotional moment like that is just take a deep breath and sit on it for a day. Because like on the internet, if you react, like that's part of being a streamer, right? When you react, you can't edit it. You can't like undo it. It's just completely out there.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing that streamers always have to live with, which is like when you react, everyone's gonna like immediately see it and dissect it.
Yeah, it's not even what you're intending to say, or not. They like sometimes they'll just take it, like you said, and they'll.
Hey,
be
I'm
like,
so sorry, my audio cut out. Please give me 5 seconds. The only reason I'm saying something is because I feel like Yvonne's about to spit. She's about to drop some knowledge, and I want to make sure I hear this one.
I like that.
Fucking hell.
Let me reset my audio. Why is it
check? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
God damn it.
Okay. It's good. It's good.
What were we gonna say?
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say like, like what you initially say in the moment, or even when whatever you're streaming, anything like that, people can always take it and interpret it in a way that you did not want it to be interpreted in that way whatsoever. Like Skara getting targeted, like people thinking that you're talking about this person, that person, or whatever, when he just was trying to express something that he just didn't feel like he felt the entire internet is spinning one way on Sykkuno, and you're like kind of being like, hey, let's like pump the brakes a little bit. But that people use it as like, oh, you're trying to clock this person, that person, you're dragging everyone into it. And that's not what you intended at all. And that's not the result you wanted to see. But it sucks because it makes it so you can't say anything in the moment, even though you feel it very intensely and you want to. So you have no choice but to like let it sit and then say things in a more like you try to say in a way that no one can interpret it wrong.
Yeah. But people will always find a way. Like, I think even with Yvonne, like the comments about her with Sykkuno episode is like, she gets insulted by both sides. She is both a Sykkuno defender and also a Sykkuno hater. Which is like that's the craziest thing. Whenever you talk about drama, it's never like you don't want to take the centrist point of view because it's never and I give Lily and Yvonne a lot of shit about this, but when you take a centrist view, it's always a lose-lose situation because it's not like both sides like, hey, what a reasonable balance take. It's both sides going, fuck this person. They're not on my side. Their opinion is wrong. Both sides will hate you, which is why I actually think taking the centrist view is oftentimes a lot harder, or a balanced view of like a fair view of both sides, because people will just choose to interpret your words like oppositely if they don't feel like you're on their side, quote unquote.
I think that's fine though. Like I don't give a shit if people think that I have like a centrist view, because I think that not everything is one-sided sometimes, or one-dimensional. Like you call me a fence sitter all the time, but you think I give a fuck? I think it's more like, hey, you guys should understand that there are like, you can condemn someone for being wrong. You can have empathy for some things that are terrible that are happening to them. You can have all this mixed bag of things, you know? I still have my stance on things and I still have my thoughts, but I'm just not like so.
First of all, Yvonne, you are a fence sitter. If I ask you if should we paint the walls blue or red, you will say purple.
Oh.
But for things that matter and things you have like an opinion on or principles about, I would say, yeah, you are very strong in your position, which I respect a lot.
It's more like if I have a strong feeling about something, I could be decisive. If I don't have a strong feeling, well, I don't care. Yeah, paint the wall purple.
Yeah, you guys should see Yvonne in Hong Kong choosing restaurants. I heard only amazing things. I'm like, wow, this is the most alpha Yvonne's ever been.
I think it's like the further you are away from something, like the easier it is to hate on something. Like the closer you are to something, like the more nuanced the details you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like you kind of see, when you're close to something, you see the complexities in it. You see the like all of the stuff, but far away, you're just like, it's black and white. It's this or that, you know? And I think the internet kind of creates that distance. So inherently it's just like, it's almost like it just wants you to simplify it. That's the kind of thing it's looking for. But real life is just way more complicated than that. And yeah, to experience that, you just have to like be in person.
Yeah, it was a very complicated situation, the whole Sykkuno stuff, and essentially the world outside our media circle was just like giving their opinion or like telling us how we should react, or saying it's weird we didn't react a certain way. But it's just so difficult to balance all the nuances, all the opinions. And yeah, I think from the outside it can look very black and white, but when I was in the moment, I remember that week I was like extremely emotional about it, even though like I don't think I should have been. I don't know, it was just a weird experience. But
there are things sometimes you don't expect, and it gets you.
Yeah, but that was one instance where it felt like being a streamer and reacting on the internet wasn't very handled well by me.
I mean, I also just hate that they made a thing that a guy did wrong, like a woman's situation. Like they just they just found reasons to hate on the woman around him, or like bring other drama into it when it's like, it's this guy that fucked up. Why are you guys like blaming everyone but him, it feels, or you're trying to drag other people into it? Just say you hate women, literally. You're hating on his friends that are women. You're hating on other situations that you think like are relevant. When there's one that has clear evidence and clear things that are wrong, you're like avoidant. Suddenly when a guy does it, oh, it's just cheating. But when a girl is just speculated and it's complete rumors that she cheated, internet dragging her for that. Insane.
Yeah.
Nate's like, whoa.
I don't know enough about the situation to say things, but I mean, it would definitely like it. I could see it appear. It appeared on my feed. It was. I was like, whoa, this is. And I guess this feeling I had. Maybe this is more of my theory about all things. It's like, to me, the zeitgeist is fascinating. Like why an event chooses to blow up, why something resonates so deeply in a moment, and then all these opinions pop out. It's like any event could blow up. Why this event in particular? And I think it's just a reflection of like people want to. They feel a certain way and they want to express it, and this represents that way. They can put it out there, and but no one actually knows what's going on. Nobody actually is in that scenario. No one. It's
yeah. I think a lot of people just love drama. I think for 99% of the internet, like it doesn't affect their lives. Like it was just the drama of the week for the entire internet world, and then I think everyone moved on. Exactly 1 week after, no one talks about it anymore, and then we just wait for the next thing. It's like it's either like view botting or it's like beef between these two streamers, but everyone moves on. Oh, I remember that Megan Thee Stallion and the Clay Thompson cheating drama came out. Like, everyone's gonna talk about that now. I think social media is just growing at such a viral rate that something happens, the world talks about it, but it also moves on in such a viral, like fast way, which is like give it 2 days and then people will talk about the next thing. This is gonna date myself as a millennial, but we had this thing called Coney. Was it 20?
Oh yeah, Coney 2012.
2012, and 2012, technology was around, internet was around, and it was just. Yeah, this internet fad of like, there's this dictator in South Africa, and we must all band together and show up on this day of this month in the streets of our cities and protest this dictator who's doing all this evil stuff. And it's all anyone talked about for a month. And then the day comes, no one shows up. But for a month, it's all everyone talked about.
How's he doing? How's Coney doing?
I don't know. I haven't heard about Coney in a while. He might still be doing the bad stuff he's been doing. But that's how things were viral, I guess. Wow, 14 years ago?
Damn.
What's the average age of our viewers? Are they millennials? Are they old?
I feel like it's a mixed one of like early adults and later. Yeah, like 30
you
to 40.
Listening? Are you on your drive from commute? Going to work, coming home from work,
school,
on the train? What are you doing right now? How old are you? Are you in STEM? Are you a guy? Are you a girl? Are you white? Are you black? Are you Asian? I want to know. I personally want to know. I get the most comments about my podcast over the last year in terms of my content.
Same. Like
before it was Among Us. It's always Among Us. Still get a lot of Among Us, but now I'd say it's 50-50 when someone comes. It's like a girl came up to me in the grocery deal at the store. I was just listening to the podcast. Like, great. She looked kind of young, like 24.
I got that at the card show. A lot of people were like, I like your podcast.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
A lot of people like our podcast?
Yeah. I get that all the time too. Like literally also 50-50. They'll either say vlogs / cooking or podcast. Yeah.
Are we the biggest Asian podcast yet?
I don't think. I don't know. I don't look at stats or anything, to be honest.
You don't look at the stats through the lens of being Asian?
No, I haven't really gotten as many podcast things on my feed for some reason. I used to get them a lot, and it feels like I don't really get them anymore as much or as often.
Have you ever introduced yourself as a podcaster, or do you consider like, are you a podcaster?
No. If I talk to a normie, I would say YouTuber.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say streamer.
I say streamer.
But people know it as content creators now. That word is more popular. Or influencer is the worst word. I hate that word. Content creator, fine. That makes sense. You make content. Influencer is such a pretentious word. And it's been around for the last 15 years. And everyone I know does not like that word.
I just don't like introducing myself as that one. They're like, what do you do? I hate being like, yeah, I'm a content creator. Because sometimes it doesn't sound like there's like negative connotation almost to it.
Yeah, there's also such a wide range of content creator. It's kind of like if you sell candles you make in your bathtub, but you introduce yourself as a business owner. Like you're still a business owner, but there's such a wide range of business owner. So when you introduce yourself as a content creator, it's kind of like it has a lot of possible negative connotation, but also a lot of possible positive one. But if people don't know who you are, they're just gonna assume, oh, you're probably like not someone who's popular. You're just trying to make it if you're introducing yourself as that.
Yeah, I see that. Because if you have to explain what you do, then inherently maybe you're not that important of a content creator.
But there's just so many. There's
so
so many, like
many.
even large content creators I never heard of. It's just,
Chelsea has a couple things. She's basically either supposed to answer some questions from fans or supposed to Patreon games play.
Okay.
And
we usually end with a couple of questions from fans.
But the thing is, our episode is long today, so do we do that? Because we have Q&A for our Patreon now.
Oh, we don't answer them on the main podcast? Well, fuck you, main podcast listener. Shell out the $5 for the Patreon episode if you want to see us answer questions. Generally, I'm going to be honest, it's just a guy going, I like this girl, but I don't know if she likes me. If you want to listen to 10 different variations of that, subscribe to our Patreon and listen in.
There's other stuff too.
There's no other stuff, man. I like this girl, but I don't want to ruin our friendship.
I have to get you to sign Pokemon cards. We're gonna send them out to our Patreon.
Oh yeah, I guess if you're a Patreon sub, you can get a signed Pokemon card or whatever.
Yeah, because I have a lot of bulk now. I've been buying a lot of Pokemon cards, so I want to find a way to so we're gonna sign them and give them away.
So if you want to experience all that good stuff, consider subscribing to our Patreon. As for us, that's going to do it for now. Big thank you to Nate for filling in. Hey, Nate, I really enjoyed having you here. You should come on more sometimes.
Yeah, I know it's pretty interesting hearing you guys. I have a lot of, you got to feel into it. If I ever did this again, if you guys ever need another fill-in, I could definitely go off into the deep end. There are a lot of things I'm curious about.
Great. He's
observing our interactions.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trauma and baggage happening. I would love to just that deep dive. I think we are a therapist,
therapist dream or what?
Yes, wow. I can write a paper about this.
So interesting. Ooh.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot. And I think part of it is because you guys have a uniquely public-private life that there's a lot of context on. And so people know who you guys are. So they can and you guys are you guys are consistently yourselves. I feel like I've seen clips of you guys from a while ago and you guys are always kind of the same thing. And so seeing your takes on things, seeing you guys change even, what stays the same, what changes, you talked about streaming, maybe not feeling the same way about it, the internet being this exciting place in the beginning, and it's you get to watch two people's journey while they try to be themselves, while they try to be entertainers, while they try to be honest and entertaining all at the same time. And I think that's really cool to observe. And there's so many questions that kind of come from that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nate just hit me with one of my favorite compliments. When people describe me as someone who's always themselves, that's one of my favorite compliments to receive.
Wow. Yeah, you're yourself all the time, all right?
That's a good thing, right?
You try to say it in a condescending way, but it's not gonna work because I know I'm that confident in that part of who I am. It's I'm always myself.
Yeah, you really are. Sometimes
it's not gonna work.
Less of yourself.
You're trying to hit me with the lion roaring, monkey looking smugly hand on shin. It's not gonna work. You're not gonna rage me. All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. Hello.
12:01.
Okay. Are we serious? Did you tell him to say that?
Nope. See, you know what? You know what I did say though?
What?
I say the first thing she's gonna do is somehow make it my fault.
Oh my goodness, you're right. Wait,
Wasn't
you
I didn't
predicted
even
it.
call you out for being
Oh my goodness,
late.
you're right.